Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Generation Wrestling Podcast. And man, look, I'm gonna cut this shit in the words of Jade Cargill because this match is going crazy right now. He's truly the 29-year-old piece of gold. He's the host of all things AEW King Tuco. Bro, man, I know we're gonna talk about the card, but this blood and guts match is absolutely insane. Probably the best
Man,
one
dude, they
in
tripping.
AEW, bro. Talk to the people, man. How you feeling about it?
Man, it's cool. It's still chaotic all over the place.
Of course.
As it was before. But I like that they instead of it being up more towards the stage, I like they made it more a long way for the
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah.
I felt that allows people to actually see it a little better. Other than that, it's
What up,
you're
Lonnie?
pretty much uh war games type of a match. Other than the fact that they actually go on the outside, they always find a way to the outside. Where in the other ones, that was part of that was a rule. You couldn't and of course in war games, you can't climb out. You got to stay in. You climb
Right,
out, you lose. So it's like, damn, fuck, I can't climb out. Only way I can win is by pinning this dude that's beating the shit out of me. All right, cool, no problem. With this, it's a little bit more it's a little more chaotic, but it's not bad, but it's definitely a little all over the place.
I mean, it's definitely living up to its name, man. Blood and guts. As we got Jericho, Guevara, and Kingston on top of the cage right now. And if you know anything about Sammy Guevara, whenever he climbs on top of something, man, it usually don't go well for him. so
Man, and I
I,
don't know what crazy thing he got on his idea now, because where they're at now, I don't see no landing spot. I don't see nowhere
yeah,
where somebody's gonna land and it's gonna be okay.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I think they learned from the first time when Jericho went through the cardboard.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I say I'm glad they made it the longer way. Uh, but wait a minute, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm
Okay,
wrong.
so
Maybe I'm wrong. I was
I'm
wrong.
I'm
I
looking
was
at
wrong.
I'm looking at the cage right now, and I didn't realize they got like two different types of grates and a piece of glass up there. So that's a very interesting.
You ain't see it yet?
Not yet. I'm about maybe a couple seconds behind. Right now, I got Guevara smashing Kingston's face into the top of
Okay.
the
You about
cage.
to you about to see it real soon. Because it just went to picture in picture. So you about to see it real soon. But yeah, man, no, it's not a bad show, man. It wasn't a bad show, man. Matter of fact, man, the show kicked off with Ethan Page. Let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit, man. Until you tell me when you see it. It kicks off with Ethan Page versus Orange Cassidy. Not a bad match. Of course, Dan Lambert's mocking Ethan Page was good. Return for Orange Cassidy, especially after him losing on Sunday. So it was a good little match. I want to see more out of Ethan Page though. I still want to see more out of him. I don't want him just to be a jobber like this. But
Right.
it was a nice little cool little match. What did you think, bro?
No, like you said, it was a cool match, man. Orange Cassidy came out with a new theme. The crowd went absolutely crazy. It's undeniable, man. Orange Cassidy and how over he is. Yeah, man. I don't know what kind of belt when we gonna do it, but yeah, man, put the bet on my guy, man. He's over. We need to do this right now while he cooking. You feel me? You don't want to sit out there too long, man. Where the food get tough and get stale, man. Orange Cassidy on fire right now. Like you say, Ethan Page, same thing. It was cool to see him in the singles match, but I need just a little bit more from my guy. But it was cool, man. Nice little way to start it off.
Yeah, we also got a return of the best friends, Trent and
Yeah, yeah.
I can't think of his name right this moment.
Chuck Taylor.
Chucky. Yeah, Trent and Chucky showed back up in their tie-dyed outfits, supporting the dude. They came out to some new music.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a nice way to start the show. Then of course, man, I believe next we got Christian Cage's little shindig of a his little supposed apology to
yeah.
the Jungle Boy family, which obviously was not an apology. So,
At all.
franchise man, your thoughts?
Uh, okay. So
Not at all.
I, I like where this is going. Christian Cage is fucked up. Let's get that straight. But I believe this is going to force a serious Jungle Boy. This is going to force Jungle Boy to shed that ultra baby, that white meat babyface persona, and he's gonna have to come in, man, because this man has been talking about your family. He's been talking about your deceased father. He disrespected your mother in front of her and your sister. This is going to call for a different type of Jungle Boy, right? And I believe this is where we're gonna see Jungle Boy let loose and it be believable. Christian is the perfect guy. I mean, he has a punchable face. Even when Christian's a face, he's got a face that only a mother could love. So when he's out there talking about dead people,
Even the mama don't love that face.
it's getting great heat. I will say, I thought MJF said some fucked up shit, even though Christian, his delivery isn't quite as vile as an MJF promo. Just the shit he's been saying. I'm like, when he said it the first time last week, all right, but damn, bro, he like, I wish your whole family was dead except for your mama. I'm like, whoa, damn, dude, like, okay, bro, like you just, it wasn't a mistake. And then of course, you see your boy, he came out with a new
No,
look, and I like the new look, so I'm like, okay,
but then
let's
he also brought out a new look Luchasaurus who just squashed through old boy. And even
yeah.
old boy was like, man, I don't even want no parts of this, bro. Like, nah, don't announce my name, bro. Hey, don't announce my name. Ah, damn, why you had to announce my name,
Hey,
man?
you see
Why you
that
had to
too?
announce
You
my
see
name?
that
Hell yeah, I
too?
noticed that. I'm like, dude, no, hey, like, man, I want no parts of this. I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
cool. I don't even
yeah.
want to wrestle no more.
Uh,
But obviously, for whatever reason, Luchasaurus has decided to join the dark side, and he's dangerous now. But I
yeah.
gotta kind of admit, I'm kind of intrigued to see where this is going to go. Obviously, I believe him and Jungle Boy will have a one-on-one,
Oh
but
yeah.
that will lead to a Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage one-on-one. Uh, but yeah, it is what it is, man. We'll see where it go. We wanted to see, we saw the seeds being planted. We saw,
Yeah.
Christian and what he was doing as Jericho's getting the Superman spin on top of the cage, which is crazy. Cesaro, Claudio is a fool. But no, man, we get to see a little different of everybody. We get to see a little different of Luchasaurus, and we definitely get to see a little different of Jungle Boy. And just as fast as they came in, being one of the hottest tag teams and one of the most popular teams that people wanted to see,
Yeah.
they've also now gotten the opportunity to be AEW World Tag Team Champions, and now they're finna go on and definitely do something new. And I want to see where it goes.
And I want to say, man, we say this all the time. AEW isn't perfect. Tony Khan, sometimes I feel like he can overdo some things, but I would say for the most part, he's pretty good at reading the room. I don't feel like there's really been a tag team or a faction or a storyline per se that's went and on entirely too long. Some might have went on a little longer than we'd have liked, but it seems like Tony knows. Okay, look, man, we need to go heal with this right here, or FTR, how that kind of just like organic, how they were healed and out of nowhere the crowd just started loving them because they were putting on such good matches you couldn't deny it, kind of like that New Day thing. So Tony Khan, man, he's got his finger on the pulse of the wrestling fans so far. And yeah, man, hey, the Luchasaurus turn. I
Yeah.
didn't I didn't see it coming, but it makes sense. I'm liking it. I'm liking it because the babyface Luchasaurus
Not
is
so easy, but I got to hear more of an explanation. Like that's the thing. I didn't think it would be this easy. I figured it would be a couple of weeks and then we would get the Luchasaurus turn. I didn't think it would be exactly next week.
let me ask you this: Do we need Luchasaurus to have more of a speaking role, or keep him as a monster? Let Christian do the talking for Luchasaurus.
Let Christian do the talking because it's not like Christian is a great talker. All right, so Christian can talk. It's not like he can't cut the promo. He can't do the talk. Let him do the talking. Let Luchasaurus be the menacing monster. That's more than fine.
Yeah,
That's what Christian is there for. He's there to be a talker. He's there to help, elevate. And this is a way to help elevate, man. Because Luchasaurus gets to elevate as a singles. Because I think a lot of people want to see what's interesting with him, and damn sure want to see Jungle Boy have a singles run. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, hey, I'm interested to see what's going on as the Blackpool Combat Club, man. They ended up picking up this victory. Yo, this match was damn near an hour of New Jack. Is what this was. This little New Jack, a little
And everybody
Sabu.
climbing to the damn top of the cage.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Uh that Sammy Guevara bump, man. They showing a replay. Very lax fall there, man. I'm glad he tucked enough because that could have very easily went the wrong way.
Right.
Look at Cesaro and Kingston. What's about to happen?
Kingston was mad he didn't make Jericho tap. But
I ain't
I don't think he's as mad about it as he was because he understood like Cesaro, but I think he just wanted to make Jericho tap and get the win.
they playing the seas, they playing the seas. Oh man, that damn that was yeah, chaotic was the word for sure, man. Definitely a crazy match. Um I felt like they did just enough. I feel like we had just the right amount of wrestling and the right amount of bullshit. It's
Yeah,
you
we
know,
did. And speaking of wrestling, look, we ended up getting the Ass Boys in the Acclaim Mass Caster coming out to a trios match with Danhausen and a couple of guys that he thinks knows a little bit about wrestling, who happen to be the AAA, IWGP, and the Ring of Honor tag team champions,
yeah, yeah,
FTR. So we got that match, which was not a bad match, but obviously Danhausen took majority of the match because FTR had a nice little match last night, and plus we know Dax dealt with a separated shoulder, but he toughed it up and came out tonight and did the damn thing. But we got that little. It was a nice little fun match. Wasn't nothing crazy. We got to see Danhausen actually go out there and do some stuff, and
yeah,
I can see the appeal for a lot of people. Want to see a little bit more, make it a little bit more structured, but you know, somebody he can go in the ring with and put and do what he needs to do to see what it can become. But wasn't bad, man. What you think?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think this is the most action we've seen of Danhausen since he's been in AEW, which is cool. Like my thing is this, bro. I'm looking at this for what it is. He was a guy that's very popular on the independents. I don't expect him to be, world champion in AEW, but for certain storylines and purposes like this, man, hey, it was cool. I enjoyed it, and yeah, man, he did just enough.
Yeah, he did just enough, just
But
enough.
well,
Uh,
shout out to
what's up,
FTR, man. A lot of people have been complaining about FTR winning it. Dude, FTR is one of the best tag teams on the planet, man. Let them live.
man? Not only let him live, man, but the crowd let you know right then and there that,
Yeah,
dude, as soon as these dudes' music hit, it's like, oh hell yeah, man, these guys coming out. Oh, these are the guys. These are the guys, top guys out. Man, this is what it is, dude. Flat out, man. Dude, man, FTR has always been that team. Uh, Even in this new era of wrestling, there are younger people who appreciate the old school style of tag team wrestling. They appreciate what FTR does. That's why there's an appreciation for them. That's why there's such love. Hey, let them have this run, man, because you know what? You won't see this in WWE. So this is the only place you will see a team that really, and when you really think about all the belts, you got to think about all the belts they've had. They've had the
yeah,
SmackDown, they've had the Raw, they've had the NXT, they've had the ROH, they got the IWGP, they got the
crazy,
AAA, they got the
crazy.
AEW. So
Yeah,
it's like, dude, and I believe they won the Impact Tag Team Championships. If they haven't, they're gonna go win those from the Good Brothers. So it's
right, right,
like,
right.
bruh, it's like, dude, it's man, they are reaching that Hardy Boy, Dudley Boys, Steiner Brothers and Road Warriors level of tag teams, that have collection of tag team championships from across different brands and different wrestling territories and productions and stuff. So I don't have a problem with FTR. It's one thing if they got all the belts and they're not really a great team. like the Usos. It's one thing if the Usos was a so-so tag team and they were only the undisputed champions because of Roman Reigns. That would be one thing. But put some respect on the Usos name and put some respect on FTR name. You
Yeah,
know when those guys get into a match, you know you're gonna get a great match. You know they're gonna bring their A game, and whoever they're going up against is gonna have to bring their A game, or FTR is gonna make them look like chumps. So
yeah.
it's either you bring your A game, or you gonna get look, or you gonna be made to look like a chump. So for me, man, hey man, do what you do. But it's a purpose and a story to what they're doing. So you know, I don't even think this is the final payoff. That's the thing. I don't even think this is the final payoff. I would not be surprised. Tony Khan don't get them boys the AEW Tag Team Championships again and let them be the belt collectors of the tag team division.
I mean, look, I won't be mad at it. I mean, as it stands, they call themselves what they are, and that is living legends, top guys. I keep seeing the memes. Just a year or so ago, they was in WWE rubbing icy hot on each other in the showers, and now you out here, man. You doing what
Shaving
damn
each other's back.
yeah, shaving each other's backs and whatnot. Too cold, man. I love you, brother. I could never. So shout out to
I
them
would.
for doing
You better not. You better not. I'm
for
just, I'm
doing
just
what
gonna
they
keep it
had to
one.
do.
Bro, you need some help? Hell no, I don't need no money. You, Nick, mm, 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 you lucky we on TV. I was about to say something. Hell no, I don't need your help. That shit, matter of fact, get out. He said, "Don't why you in here?"
Hey, what you doing, Willie? What you talking about, Willie?
Well, right. What you talking about? What? No, I'm
Hey,
good. I'm
hey,
good, bro.
hey,
I'm
hey,
good.
meanwhile, you got Vince over there with a two-way mirror. Like, this is such good shit.
Oh my
Like,
not
yeah.
not a two way,
Like at
not
the
the two
department
way
store.
mirror. Mm, mm, mm.
Oh man! All right, man. Hey, this show going off the rails, man. Let's bring it back.
Hey man, I'm just saying, put some respect on my boy's name, man.
Yeah,
They've come from far. They've come from people that they are what they say they are, and they're one of the best tag teams in wrestling today. Period.
man.
You can't dispute you name me another team that's better than them that they haven't fought and beaten and proved they're just as good, if not better than them.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I mean, they done fought everybody. They done fought the Briscoes. They done fought the Bucks. Shit, the Elite, I believe. Yeah, I cannot complain. I really can. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a minute to get used to the theme music, but now it fits them. It
And
fits them. Like, okay. I just
it
had
is
to
what it is now, man. At this point, it's like I thought it was just their luchador AAA tag team
yeah.
championship music that they was using when they was in AAA. I thought they just brought it up for that one little small purpose when they was messing around with when they was messing around with the Lucha Bros. But it seems to have taken a life of itself. And as soon as it hits, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, let's go, baby. We know what it is. It's FTR,
Hell
baby. Let's
yeah.
go, and it
FTR.
just works for them. I mean, hey man, and those are two men's men. All right, you can't think nothing of that music and think nothing of them other than those are some men. Even if they
Those
are,
Millie men.
they will come out and whoop your ass. Period. Period. Don't care what you think. They coming out to whoop your ass and get that money and go home and take care of their family, as they
Hey,
say.
they gonna beat the government assistance out your ass,
Mm.
boy. They gonna beat
All
them
right.
PPP loans out you.
Hey man, boy, man, for real. Put that EBT in you. All right, man. Look. So after this,
Yeah.
you stupid. uh uh
That boy
what
Robert got
happened after
30
this?
years,
Something
bro.
happened.
Sorry.
Hey man, hey, bruh. Hey, I was
That
just
that
telling the wife, boy, he might as well just Robert going he just gonna go he just gonna be up run he gonna be up about that boy. He might just go
yeah.
ahead and just prepare. He gonna be there. He gonna
My
be
boy
there
gonna
for a
be
minute.
winning all the
He may
singing
get
competitions.
parole. He may get parole
Oh,
when he's like 80.
He'll come out looking like Bill Cosby, man.
Hey, then people gonna think, damn, we could have. Is that R. Kelly or Bill Cosby? Thought Bill Cosby been passed.
Hey, hey,
By the
hey,
time R. Kelly get out,
Julian said that boy done. Hey man, yeah,
hey, he done,
yeah,
man. I mean, we don't. Hey, look,
yeah,
30. They like, boy, and he already like 55.
yeah,
It ain't like R. Kelly is like young. Like
yeah,
R. Kelly's old, y'all. Like R. Kelly, like that dude 55. He about to do 30. Oh shit. he,
man.
bruh, he about to do 30 at
My, my,
55.
my boy gonna be real life
Bruh.
trapped in the closet, man.
Man, there ain't no
Yeah,
closet. He gonna be trapped in the cell. That's what it is. He trapped in the cell. But that's off the point. Where that was,
yeah. Sorry, yeah,
hey,
you know,
that's off the point. But still, hey, ooh, that boy
30,
got 30. He's set.
30 for
They,
30.
they, they, bam, boy, there it is. 30. Like, ooh, I
Hey,
know his heart just dropped.
before we move,
But
Julian said,
hey,
"I'm 30. I'm gonna be
nonetheless,
63."
we got
Fuck that.
the champion. Man, next up, I might have missed a promo somewhere. I didn't write it down, man. I was out coming back home, watching the show. But I remember Jade Cargill came out,
Yeah,
um, and yeah, she had her match with I don't even remember the chick's name, but she had her match. It
Leila.
wasn't really bad, but she strong. She beat through her, man. But what did you think, man?
I mean, Layla Gray, she put up more of a fight than
Yeah,
95% of her Jay's other competitors. So, I guess there's that. And then apparently, I guess she's gonna be part of the baddie crew, which is whatever. But
yeah.
I, I will say this: I love Jade. I love her to death. I love how she's getting pushed. But I will say, she needs somebody that's going to give her a run for her money. You 34-0. You ain't even got 34 women on the roster. I don't believe. It's like, yo, man, like, okay, you burning through them kind of quick. And even if you do a thing where she only fights on pay-per-views, you still gotta make me want to care about it because there's nobody that's believable outside of like maybe Chris.
Well, that's where I think that's where I think that's where they're moving with Statlander and Athena eventually.
Yeah,
It's been a minute since she's wrestled on TBS, so it's like you gotta have the show's champion
yeah,
show up and defend her championship. So that's all that was, man. She wasn't at the pay-per-view. She needed to wrestle. And that was fine. The match itself was cool. You had a fresh upstart, somebody you didn't really know. She got a
right,
few shots in, but she lost. I didn't think the match, I was okay with the match because I didn't feel the match went too long. I thought it
yeah,
went the right amount of time. It did what it needed to do. It gave the girl a little opportunity, like, she's got a little something, but obviously it's not enough to beat
right,
Jade. And then of course Jade did what she needed to do when she needed to do it, and she got that victory. Cool. And then I like the promo that she cut at the end. Like, yo, like I put out an invitation for anybody to step up, and nobody steps up. This like I got more respect for this girl that I just beat the hell out of than I do any of y'all in the back. Like I actually didn't have a problem with that
yeah,
because it kind of plays on that notion of what you were talking about. Like we need somebody to step up. So that's why I feel like now that they gotten the forbidden door out of the way, that now Tony can focus more on AEW and get
yeah,
those storylines in works. That's why I say, man, I think now, uh, and which I'm not mad at, man, because obviously we understood the nature of what Forbidden Door was. So I'm not mad at it. He kept her relevant, kept her, doing promos and stuff. And when the time was right, like Tony Khan does, he has a plan for what he's going to do after the next pay-per-view. He's like, all
right,
right, this is where we're working on. Now we're going to work on you, Jay. Now you're gonna go have this match. We're going to start working on between you and Athena and Statlander. You're going to have these matches with them. One of them is going to end up probably beating you. Cool, no problem. But that's not bad because those are two credible people we could see giving her a run for the money. Definitely could see Athena or Statlander beating her. But
yeah,
honestly, my money, I want Statlander.
yeah. It's
Statlinder's
got to
been that one who came in. She was a no name, and she became something. And she's really good. She's not. she's not bad at all, and she's gotten better, and she's definitely over with the crowd and with the people. You know, with the people are the crowd, but she's definitely over with them. And uh, I want to see her get hers. I want to see her get a championship. Um,
I just want to
obviously,
see
I
her
don't. I
get
don't.
the championship so when she come out on the screen and go boop.
Exactly, man. Exactly, but. I like we like that new attitude, but obviously, man, she, she's still she's still a face, so that's cool.
Yeah,
But she's more serious, and you can see it every time you see her, regardless if it's a promo or in the ring, you definitely see it. So I really want to see, because I just feel like if there's anybody that really could that's kind of got a good shot out of it, um, I feel like it could be Statlander. Outside of Nyla Rose, I ain't gonna lie. Outside of Nyla Rose, I feel like Statlander may be that girl that can get it.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be mad at seeing a Nyla Rose versus a Jade Cargill. Uh, what was I the biggest Nyla Rose fan at first? No, no,
Nah,
I
but
didn't
but
like
but
her.
but over time, yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah, but now seeing her, now I have not seen her, wrestle in a while, and then the last few times we have seen her wrestle improve dramatically. Plus, she's got the build, and let's be honest, like that's gonna be a hard hitting match. Like that's somebody where I feel like Jay can really like showcase her strength, and Nyla can give it right back to her ass. So it's like, yeah, like
Yeah,
Jay,
had to knock Jay back and make Jay have to rethink her
yeah,
strategy a little bit. That's what
yeah,
she needs, and she needs that. And I feel like like it's Nyla. Like Nyla's gonna have to give it to her. That's I don't know how they're gonna work that, because they're both heels. I mean, it ain't really. I don't think it's really okay. So a lot of people don't really think it's popular for a heel versus heel, but I think you could do it in AEW if you do it the right way. You got one bad bitch that thinks she's the shit versus another bad bitch that thinks she's the shit, and these two bad bitches about to face each other for the bad bitches championship. Okay, because that's just what the championship. It's the bad bitches championship. So. All right, cool, and I think that could work, But maybe as a one-off kind of thing,
yeah.
a couple of promos back and forth, and then you set it off as as a match, and you can move forward and maybe come back to it later. But uh I think that's one of those rare cases, just because it's like what Nyla Rose could bring. And I think because some people, even if they do boo at Jay Cargill, a lot of people like Jay Cargill.
Oh
So
yeah,
I still think that even if you put her in a match with Nyla Rose, I feel like people would root for Jay Cargill. So it's
yeah.
like, all right, cool. So you still got that fan to heel kind of dynamic to it, even if you didn't think it would work that easy. But that's just me fanboying. It is what it is. I like this. I like this stuff. It is.
Hey Jay, how you doing?
But what was next, man? After that, man. After that I forgot. Then I believe it. No, after that I think that was it. I
Yeah,
think after
that was
that it
it. Then
was
we got the bloody guts match.
yeah, we got the blood and guts match, man. Which was I didn't think Claudio was gonna start so early. I figured he would have came in a little bit
Yeah,
later, not
yeah,
not late, but just like more in the middle, which he kind of did do. But no, he actually came in kind of pretty. He's like one of the first two for their side to come in. I figured he would like been like 4 or 5. But
mhm.
either way, yeah, blood and guts was exactly what it was. It was blood and guts. It was it still has some things that I disliked about the first one. Uh, it still felt too all over the place. Uh, I don't feel like guys really sold everything. I'm nitpicking, but I don't. I didn't expect perfection, but I expected better than the first time, and it was only a little bit better than the first
Mhm.
time. And for me, I think that's just because of the way they changed the cage and just some of the stuff they did in the ring. Like they hit some cool spots, and those were cool. But yeah, it was the match overall. I'm being generous. I'm giving it a 3.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. The match, not the whole show. The match. I get a match a 3 out of 5. I think the show by itself, I'm gonna just give it a 3.5. But I'll give the match a 3. It was a mid.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a mid
I
kind
could
of
do it. I could
match.
do a 3.5 for the match and the show.
Yeah, I feel like it was I I thought they would improve on certain things this year than last year, and they didn't. At least I feel like they didn't.
Right.
Uh, but and again, it's just the way you work the ring of who's fighting what and who and doing what where. I just felt like it was some too much confusion.
Right.
Uh, and I don't know if I was just I don't know if I'm just overlooking. You go ahead, man. I don't know if I was just overlooking into it and just seeing something I probably was just like I'm being picky or what, man. But it was just certain things that just got to me.
I mean, so when I seen and I shot you a text, and when I seen that the Blood and Guts, the actual match itself was gonna be an hour, I really can't recall if the other two were an hour in the past. But when I seen it was an
I
hour, I'm
think the
like,
other one was like 40 minutes. I think it was like 40 minutes or something like that. Like it went for a minute because they did it the same structure as far as introducing people. But yeah, it didn't go like an hour. This one went almost an hour. The last one I think was like 35, 40 minutes or something.
yeah, so when I saw that, I'm like, okay, I kind of already knew what it was because I knew from that point on. Like when I even texted, I'm like, bro, like this the main event already. I was confused, and then they started doing the introductions and everything like that. I'm like, oh damn, they really about to give this an hour. So I knew from then, it wasn't gonna
Yeah.
be. They were going to have to do a bunch of shit just to kill time. So I knew there was going to be probably a lot of stalling, a lot of
Yeah.
awkward spots, only because you got 10 people in the cage, and there's only so much you could do. I mean, up until like the end of it, where they got outside the cage, it wasn't really nothing you could do because you can't do all your good spots in the beginning. And even if you started in the middle, you still 30 minutes in and got 30 minutes left. And then it was clear that they were playing on the Jericho and Kingston thing while simultaneously teasing the Claudio and Kingston. So it was just like you honestly, I felt like that those are the only three people that really had a storyline. I feel like everybody else is kind of just like fillers. So it was like it was Kingston, Claudio, and Jericho, and then the others. It's kind of how I felt about it. And but overall,
Yeah. Yeah.
I it was what it was. I just hope that moving forward, we don't have to see the Jericho Appreciation Society and the Blackpool Combat Club as a collective anymore. Like, do whatever you want to do with
Mm.
Jericho and Kingston or Claudio and Kingston, but I hope this is it. I hope they don't try to stretch this shit to another pay per view. Like, I hope that this is the big blow off.
Yeah. I um I agree.
Because I don't want them to
I
interfere with this. I really don't want them to.
But I have a feeling because Moxley's the interim AEW champion, we won't see the end of this. Like I feel like there'll be something that'll go on and then it'll build. They got time because Punk gotta have surgery, got to heal up, got to make sure everything right before he comes back, so he can be 100%. Which means you got a little time, which means you got to do a little story, which means you got to have a champion who has a belt that can defend it, which means Moxley is going to do that. And they already got ready. They already got a battle royal set up for Friday, I believe, uh,
Yeah.
to be for the new number one contendership to fight John Moxley. So, yeah, man, we gonna see how that works out. That's we might have to go on for that one. Yeah, we might just have to be on for that one. We might just have to be on for that one. We have to see we gotta see who's all in the match, and then we'll yeah, just turn on the notifications. We'll let you know. But other than that, man, like you said earlier, man, Jericho and them lost. Claudio got the victory. Kingston was a little upset, but I think he got over it. Just for the fact that they won the Blood and Guts. They got to celebrate. He got to embarrass Jericho, but he didn't get to be the one to make Jericho tap out to get the victory. And I don't even think it was just so much getting the victory. I think it was just more of making Jericho tap out. It's like if he could make Jericho tap out and not get the victory, I think he would take it if that could happen. But yeah, other than that, man, yeah, I overall the show by itself, I give it a 3.5.
Yeah, man. Same here. I give it a 3.5 with a package of Tussie and a block of government cheese. So uh, yeah, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I give it an Oscar Mayer 3.5.
You, you,
you know,
I
you
said
know,
not the Oscar Mayer three and a half.
Oscar Mayer 3.5.
I don't think nobody gonna want the Oscar Mayer 3.5.
Hey, remember the commercial? Oscar Mayer wiener.
I'm about to say no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. No. No. Oh man.
Hey man, maybe
Oh man,
maybe
you're a
maybe
fool.
Rampage would be a Dave Meltzer cream pie oatmeal classic, but until then, man, we, we,
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot, boy. That sounds like the name of a sex tape.
hey, man,
The Dave Meltzer's cream pie sickle.
the Vinnie Mac cream classic.
Oh man. All right, let's stop. Let's stop. I know we go off. I know we go off. But oh man, but no, but that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, that's the show.
Yeah.
Not a bad go home show. But they just had a pay-per-view. So let's be honest. Blood and Guts was the key thing, but you had everyone wrestle the other night before, so uh it was what it was. But
Yeah.
hopefully
Mm-hmm.
it's over-ish. I don't
Yeah.
think it's completely over. Not for a couple of them, and but I, I hope overall it's over, and they'll some of them will move on to other people. That way, it's not just the same Blackpool Combat Club versus them, and because it's already I think reached this point.
Yeah.
Anything past this, it's going to be a bit much. At least for my eyes, it will be. But some people will love it.
Nah, man, nah. But like you said, man, it was what it was. Very, very, very
Yeah, it
mid.
was. It
Very
was.
mid show. But it is, man, because AEW so goddamn good, man. They deserve to have a mid show every now and again. But with that being said, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Generation Wrestling
Oh,
Podcast. Always is
real
yours truly.
quick. Real quick, next week, that's what it was. It was Warlow versus Scorpio Sky. Next week, Street Fight TNT Championship. That's what it was. I'm like, something else happened, and I'm like, yeah, I actually want to see that next week. That's what it was. Scorpio Sky, Warlow, TNT Championship, Street Fight next week. I won't call it what it is, but I we'll wait. We'll see if we can make it happen. But yeah, that's what I want to see.
Hey, man, Warlow and Scorpio Sky, man, the custody for Genie match. So
Right. I didn't realize he called the belt genie. I didn't
yeah,
realize that when he said it. I'm like, oh wow, really? He's got the genie. But okay, all right.
yeah,
Okay, I got you.
yeah.
I got you.
By the way, hey, shout out to Genie Bus. But anywho,
Genie bus.
Genie Bus.
We should make it bus. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, man. Well, with that being said, I am the 29-year-old
I'm
piece of
sorry.
gold. He is too cold, and we are canceled.
Yeah, that was the last shot I drank. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yep.
This time it was over. It was me. It was
It,
me. I'm
it was
sorry.
you. It was you. And you
Sorry.
cannot be the voice of reason on this podcast. I mean, I can't be the voice of reason on this podcast.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. It was there. It was boom. So I just hit it.
Damn, bro. You couldn't even wait for the shooting to hit.
Oh man, bang bang. Nah. All right, man. Let's get out of here, man. All right, cool. Let's
All
get
right,
out of here.
man. Well, hey, look. In other words, we
Oh
will
man.
see y'all when we see you. Peace.